higher self was showing me earlier today, downloading a conversation that I had with my daughter a while back, and she was talking about being on the playground. And they were playing this game, and I think it was a game that they were all dragons, and they were all had this um they were running around and they were like tagging each other, and they had like these dragon, they were using their imagination, and they were dragons, and they had to these certain rules of what they could do. And this one child kept on trying to be a unicorn, and it really upset my daughter. This child was trying to be a unicorn in the dragon game. There were rules. And so I was trying to guide the conversation as she's debriefing her day with me. And I was trying to help her understand, like, maybe you can just let that person be a drag or a unicorn, and it's okay too. And she looked at me and she said, Mom, life without rules is chaos. And there was kind of this aha moment for me where I understood a little bit from her perspective that there was supposed to be life with rules. And so my higher self was guiding me to this conversation today to let me understand and know that there are rules and there are laws of the universe that are there for constructs to eliminate the chaos. This experience is about navigating those laws and understanding that those laws are hard and fast, but you can navigate it and you can create different realities in those laws and in those constructs to navigate it. Like they're showing me, trying to spend your energy trying to change the laws is in a way wasting your energy. Using your energy to manifest and navigate to create the reality you want within the laws is where you should be focusing your time and energy. And it was just a beautiful lesson from a child, my daughter, that they wanted to show me today that she gets it. And as you get older, you somehow get lost in the struggles of it all. You get lost in the navigating it all and the injustice of it all, that you don't realize that the laws are just there to create a more copacetic manifestation and not so much chaos within your reality. And those are absolute.
That's beautiful. So how old was your daughter when she told you that?
11.
That's amazing. I just love that children have that awareness. Okay, so I have heard that there truly is no chaos. That chaos is just a pattern that we don't understand yet because everything is fractal in nature. So I'm thinking of the as above, so below. So, how can we understand what we see as chaos more?
So what we can explain is in frequency wavelengths. In harmony, the wavelengths are very rhythmic. They're very geometrical in how they organize, and they're very peaceful in nature. If you were to look a, a wavelength of nature and like divinity, chaos is a wavelength that becomes shortened, more jagged, more, it's just not as what you would say as pretty or nice to look at. So chaos is just a different wavelength that doesn't have rhyme or reason to its expression of self. And so there is chaos in the form of how it would express itself in your reality and the wavelengths in which it would manifest in. But as in chaos and labeling it as it's not supposed to happen, no, it's just unorganized rhythm or unorganized wavelengths that are not in flow. And so that is how it's expressed in your reality.
That makes sense. So, I was shown this image one time where our past, if our past feels chaotic, if we haven't healed the past, then that energy is that's what it looks like. It's just very chaotic, it's very unorganized, it's short and jagged, and that is still having effect on our present reality. So if this is how we are perceiving the past, when we go back and heal, does that actually create more coherence in the actual events that happened in the past?
Butterfly effect is what they're saying. And so when you go back in the past, and that is where we've instructed you many times to be mindful of how you tell your stories, be mindful of how you are expressing those experiences, because that itself is it's very telling of where you are at in your journey of healing. When you have an experience that can be perceived as traumatic and you are in that trauma and in that lesson of understanding that experience, you will continue to experience that trauma on your current reality due to the fact that you have not gone back and you have not understood the higher perspective, you have not healed. And so now you are carrying that frequency and that wavelength in your now moment that is creating a reality and attracting those same experiences to your reality due to the fact that you are carrying that wavelength within your existence. When you go back to that reality and you go back to that reality and see it from a place of spiritual maturity, forgiveness, love, understanding, higher perspective, that it was a teaching moment, and you honor that teaching moment and you appreciate that teaching moment, understanding that it brought you to the place that you are here now in your power and your sovereignty, that now you attract and are actually in flow with unlocking all of the, we would say, like the greater possibilities of being able to manifest more in a conscious manner the existence that you wish to have, because you've neutralized that wavelength in a way that's now more in harmony. So when you ask for those things that are in resonance and harmony of your what you would like to create for your now moment and your future existence, that now you have that wavelength of attracting those things. So the wavelength of the jaggedy and the unhealed and unprocessed emotion is attracting more of those lessons to be brought to your life until you can clear those lessons. And so it's a harder place to manifest from and to create a reality of peace and harmony, because the two wavelengths can't like exist in the same space.